All right, my name is Honeycutt, and I'm here to speak with you all about self-promotion. To start off, we're going to start with a definition. Self-promotion. When you hear the term self-promotion, some people may think of like puffing themselves up or tooting their own horn to speak, but really self-promotion is not self-adulation. It's not really the puffing up of oneself or bragging of all the good that you've done or all the credentials that you wish to achieve in your life, but it's more so related to things that it's problem driven. So the purpose of self-promotion is to find the problem and work with a group of individuals to help develop them and lead them to come to that common goal to solve that problem. And it's very individually based. So where you came from, usually from infancy or childhood or how you were raised, is going to determine how you view life. It's going to determine how you promote yourself or promote that product, which is therapy or occupational therapy or speech therapy. So starting off for me, this is like a 10-year-old picture of me. And that is before I had a haircut and $3,000 worth of braces. And true story. But way back then, even in elementary school, I had an affinity to help people. I was always the one on the playground if somebody went down, hurt themselves, that I was running over there to see what happened, telling everybody to get back, getting dirt, rubbing on the area because apparently dirt was the cure-all back then, and I guess on some fronts it still is. But I had that passion in me, and it geared me in a lot of directions in my life, and it geared me making a lot of decisions, even at a young age, of things that I would do, even to the point to where, and this picture is a picture of me on the right, and then my brother in the middle, my cousin on the left, and then my grandfather, who's in the middle. He had, I think, eight strokes. So 8 strokes, and seeing him go through physical therapy in the process of, going down, not being able to walk, and not being able to talk and things of that nature, kind of really refined that global idea of, hey, I want to help people, to, hey, I want to be in rehabilitative medicine. And then from there, I started continuing to make decisions that geared me towards that decision-making process and geared me towards that goal. So usually what happens is, all of you had that burning bush moment to where it may not have been as early on as me when I was 10 years old, but you get that idea that, hey, I want to help people. And you make decisions based off of that. And it's pretty safe to say that the finances or the salary that you were going to receive was not the primary decision why you got into physical therapy, occupational therapy, or speech therapy. It was just the fact that you wanted to help people. And somehow, it's real easy to lose that pristine initial passion, just wanted to help people, between that and the current task that we have today of managing open tasks and doing documentations. But you want to make sure that you enjoy your job and create experience for your patient that is representative of that initial idea or reason why you got into the rehabilitative medicine, which is to have fun. The main thing that self-promotion is based in is individualized, and it's also very patient-centered. Meaning that it has to make sure that the patient is what your main focus is at all times. Way back in the day, a lot of times marketing and things of that nature were physician-centered. You spend a lot of times going to the physician, hey, send me patients, send me patients, send me patients. But now, I subscribe to you that the shift needs to be more, if not the same, as marketing to your patients. Marketing in the respect of, not necessarily go to the doctor and send me patients as much as you are letting your outcomes speak for themselves. Create an experience that they have to go and talk about. If someone has a bad experience, they're going to tell 100 people. To have a good experience, they may tell 10 people. So you have to work that much harder for those good experiences so they can go out and tell their friends, and then naturally they'll go back and tell their physicians, and their physicians will want to continue to send patients to you because they're getting their patients better. And in a very volatile healthcare climate, especially in the rehabilitative medicine, where POPs are becoming more and more prevalent, and physicians it seems that they're being even more stingy with their referrals, you have to be sure that you're creating an environment to where your physician feels comfortable with sending you their patients. And you do that by creating that experience that, hey, I went and I saw this therapist. Not only did I have better, and not only did I get better, but wow, we had a great time. I love going to that place, to the point to where the therapy's over, but they're still in the lobby, for an hour talking. That's a wonderful experience that you want to create because it fosters trust. It fosters them wanting to send their family, their friends, their spouses, and that is really what self-promotion, and as far as this talk, and as far as rehabilitation and benchmark physical therapy, what we're really looking to do and really looking to drive home. And when I first got out of PT school, I was in a area south of Atlanta in Fayette County, serving a group of individuals that didn't look like me, didn't talk like me, and then to boot, I was just smart enough to put my diploma on the wall. So if anybody could add, they could say, you just got out of school last month, so what are you going to do for me? So it's real hard. It was real hard for me to kind of overcome those hurdles of being a minority in that area, and then they're looking at me like, I don't want the new guy. Nobody wants the new guy. But pretty much I faked it till I made it. And sometimes you have to do that as a new clinician, or even a clinician who may be in a certain demographic that you're not familiar with. You have that skill set on the inside of you, and you just have to kind of make your way through and pull from your resources, your clinic directors, your other colleagues to help you get over those hurdles when you get to those complicated patients, because believe it or not, patients have no idea kind of what to expect usually their first time with physical therapy. So if you act the part, they'll believe it. I mean, even if you are like overly terrified. And then with that, we're able to create a good synergy with our doctors, because we're sending them patients because we're getting our patients better. They're sending us their family who may need a physician. So therefore, we send that family member or friend to the physician, and now the physician sees the viability in sending to us, because not only are we getting the patients better, we are also sending them business. And bottom line, physicians always love for you to send them business, because at times I've had physicians not sending me because I don't have breasts, and at the same token, I've had physicians sending me because I don't have breasts. So it doesn't really make sense. So you can't always just base yourself off of relationships with the physicians, because some physicians are not consistent on how they refer. They just may not like your face, so they're not going to send you. But nobody can refute or debate the outcomes. If you're getting people better, and if you're delivering on an experience that is unparalleled to the competition, an experience that they are raving about, I mean, there is nothing like that in the world. No matter what you look like, no matter what your background is, no matter what people may say about you, if you're delivering on that promise of clinical excellence, then you're definitely delivering on what it is the patient needs you to do for them. And in closing, as a family, we consistently strive to exceed expectations, and we passionately strive to be the outpatient rehabilitative provider, employer, and partner of choice. But we can't do that and reach the benchmark vision unless you as an individual confidently and boldly step out knowing that you are the answer to any problem that a physician or that your patient may have, even though you may not feel like it. There's nothing in the world stopping you from achieving the treatment goals that you desire to get or the outcomes your patients desperately deserve. The battle is always in your mind, and remember that you are the answer. And we're excited to have you as a part of the Benchmark family, and we look forward to working alongside you as you raise the bar of clinical excellence. Thank you.